Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Pain Lair. I'm Max Payne. Well, don't be that much in shock, but big event in my life this weekend. You know, I talk all the time about killing Mr. Hyde, and killing Mr. Hyde isn't a passing affair with me. I'm going to talk about it more and more because I completely believe in it. And after the story I tell you right now, I think you're going to believe even more in me that I believe in it because I've watched it work and I know it works. So bear with me for a minute because I'm about to bare my soul to you and my testimony to you that I believe in killing Mr. Hyde and KMH. I believe in the hidden. You're going to know a lot more of that in the weeks to come. I'm going to continue to talk about that. But tonight, the part of killing Mr. Hyde I have to talk about is the fundamental part of killing Mr. Hyde that matters. And the first word of this mantra that is actually doesn't have the first word in it because we just assumed it in the development of the entire process. But the first word of the 9, which will end up being the 9, is forgiveness. And without forgiveness, none of that really matters because people are going to hurt you in your life. You're going to hurt people in your life. And that's just a fact of being human. And the only way we can figure out how to move forward has to start with forgiveness. I had a very special lady in my life up until 6 months ago. And for whatever reason, my marriage fell apart. But more importantly, I lost my best friend. And this friend is somebody I had basically been friends with for 30 years. She was really, really a good friend. Somebody that wasn't just a casual stance. In the end, I left my first wife and I married her. And quite frankly, I don't believe I tried hard enough to prove to her how much I love her. And I don't think I tried hard enough to follow my own guidelines of forgiveness and freeing yourself of the ugly rucksacks full of crap and garbage that we all insist on carrying around on our backs, when it's so much easier just to go, okay, I'm going to forgive and I'm going to figure out how to move on and how to believe in you again. And so if the guy who's constantly preaching about believing in you, then I got to believe in me, and I have to believe that the right thing to do is do everything in my power to tell my best friend that I'm not going to give up until she realizes that we're meant to be best friends for the rest of our lives. No matter what that takes, no matter what kind of a label you want to put on that kind of a relationship, all that matters is when you're in a relationship, an intimate relationship with somebody, is that you're honest and you maintain your friendship. This is my opinion, that you're honest and you maintain your friendship come hell or high water. Because let me say this, and I mean this uncategorically. I've said it to all my children. I've said it to my ex-wife, my first ex-wife, and I'm going to say it to the world. Forgiveness and friendship is all that matters. If your spouse-to-be, if your partner that you're choosing to spend your life with, in my life, I actually like to believe in way beyond this life. In fact, I like to believe in forever. And if I have a friendship on this planet, I don't know about you, but by gosh, I want those people standing there waiting for me on the other side. Hell that. I want them pulling me through so that when we get onto the other side, we can go straight to partying. That's the way it's supposed to be, I believe. I believe your friendships with people you really care about and you really love, gosh, those are all that should matter in the end. And if the person you're about to spend the rest of eternity with isn't your best friend, run the other way as fast as you can, and do anything you can in your soul and in your heart to preserve that friendship and that relationship with your wife, your spouse, whatever that spouse, a wife, spouse, the same thing, right? But in my case, a wife. It doesn't matter who that partner is. They got to be your friend first, because that friend needs to be able to tell you when you're being a complete and utter fucking asshole. And that friend also needs to be able to pick you up and be as gentle as a feather touching the ground on a calm, still day. That's what a friendship is. That's what has to matter most in any relationship. And in order for a friendship to succeed, you both have to want that friendship to succeed. If only one person wants a friendship to succeed, it will never succeed. It just can't happen. A relationship like this requires both people. Not to be 50-50, 100-100. In fact, 110-110. If you really want to succeed at a relationship and a marriage. So I made a commitment this weekend. I shaved my beard for a very specific reason. This is a big change in my life. This is a great moment in my life. And I don't want to alienate and lose a friend like my wife, Darci. I couldn't live with myself that I had to wake up every day and feel horrible that this woman who I love and have loved and is my best friend, who I can tell anything to, lays in bed at night and hates me. Wow. So I shaved my beard, and I went to her house, and I knocked on her door. And that probably should have been preceded by some kind of a text to say, hey, I'm coming. As you can imagine, she wasn't exactly happy to see me. I was prepared for that. We had a couple of not so pleasant words. They weren't bad, but I didn't let it lie there. And I wrote to her again and I said, I didn't come here to confront you. I came here to prove that I am a man of my word. I want your friendship. I love you, and I want you to be my wife forever. I want you to be my best friend forever. And anybody that knows me knows that's the way I am. That's who I am. I think that way. Forever is all that matters to me. Because I like to believe that there's so much more in this universe that we just really don't understand. And I'm a big sponge ready to believe anything. I'll willingly suspend my disbelief for anything as long as you can accept that I will do that. From existentialism to Christianity, I believe in it all. And I think you can. I used to have a teacher say to me once, gosh, I never understood how you couldn't be a Christian geology teacher. Hey, Mr. Keating, I couldn't agree with you more. You can have all of this, but it all has to start. It all has to start with one word. Forgiveness. We all make mistakes. As humans, we all have the propensity to be really ugly. We all have the propensity to be sad. We all have the propensity to do really bad things to each other. But we also have the ability to seek compromise, to be kind, to be loving, to believe in your fellow man, to believe in the person that means more to you than anything. If you haven't kissed your spouse lately, walk in there and kiss her and tell her how much you love her. Tell him how much you love her. Love him, love her. Tell him how much you love her. That's a good one too. Tell him how much you love her, and tell her how much you love her, and tell everybody how much you love them. That's the beauty of life, man. You got a choice. You wake up every day with a choice. Do I continue to hate my ex-wife? Or do I do everything in my power to say, I'm sorry? I'll start and be the first one to say, I'm sorry, because I still love you. I still know what friendship means to me. Your friendship means to me. And therefore, I'm going to do whatever it takes to get that door open so that you and I can talk. And I can value and have you for friendship for eternity. That's my testimony on this version of the pain layer. So you'll be happy to know that my ex-wife is now at my side again. Our relationship's going to be a lot different. We're still getting a divorce. We're still going to live our own lives, but we're going to prove to the world that that's not what matters. What matters is that we are friends first and foremost. And all the other horse pucky bags full of garbage, rucksacks full of garbage on my back are gone. And they're gone from her as well. And now we're going to live a very existential moment. We're going to work our asses off to live day to day. That's my pain layer tonight. To my wife, my beautiful wife, Darci, thank you for forgiving me. To everybody else, I release you. I love you. I release you. And I will always be there for you if you ever need me. That specifically spoke to those, well, you know who you are. You're hidden in your own way, aren't you? I love you all. I believe in you all. My name's Max Payne. This is the Pain Layer. And until the next time, then.